people of Zimbabwe. We want to hail them. I also want, on this occasion, to give a pat on our state apparatus. It came out in full force to protect peace and order. And they proved that they are not a joystick for political daydreamers. This is a state apparatus born out of the pain of war. It knows its allegiance to the people of Zimbabwe. And somehow there was a belief that it is akin to any of the post-colonial inherited armies of Africa, which can be commanded from London and from Paris to go to State House and remove leaders. It does not work like that with our army. It is a revolutionary army steeped in the traditions of the people of Zimbabwe. It is not the army of Mobutu Sese Seko. It is not the army of Idi Amin. It is not the army of Bokassa. It is not the army of Ironsi and all those wayward African military leaders who pander for foreign interests at the expense of the people of Africa. No, it is not. And the president, to make sure that the state of apparatus was in safe hands, he made dramatic changes in the structure of our state apparatus. I want to congratulate the new leaders who were put in place as we approach 31. And they've proved their mettle by making sure that they are loyal to the President of the Republic, that they defend the interests of the people of Zimbabwe, and that they keep the professional traditions of our state apparatus intact. It is well respected all over Africa.
Masquera say Mure Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zoom Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kanakari Tanka Kukabanini channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kanachungwa Garoka subscribe, don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasmure Zimbabwe Tagigra Nyaru Pisa Nyaru Netsa, Nyaburitskwa, Nazano PF sector for your information and publicity by Christopher Mutsvangwa. Our Buddha, Vachitaura about my recent military reshuffles. Akaitwa na President Emerson Mnangagwa tufunga takaona recently va matatu wakabuda wachireplace va Sanyatwe Mure Zimbabwe as the ZNA general, army general Mure Zimbabwe va Sanyatwe wakareshuffle wachinoitwa the Minister of Sports. Nyaya yakanetsa vanachitaura vachiti this is a demotion for Sanyatwe since there are a lot of security ministries haifana kuiswa vasanyatwe since kuna na home affairs, kuna na Minister of State Security Mure Zimbabwe, kuna Minister of Defense and ingepanga kuli suitable for vasanyatwe. So the reshuffle ya vasanyatwe yakashamswa na vazhinji vanachitaura vachiti it was a demotion. Zvabuda zvikonfirmwa navamutsvangwa since the reshuffle ya vasanyatwe inga iri tactical and the appointment of new security apparatus and very tactical. And funga these changes akaitwa ahead of the 31 March protest yakanga yakarongwa navageza. So Christopher Mutsvangwa Buddha achitaura achiti it was tactical. Funga takanzwa zvakare pane marumors akasirculate last week pachinzi ipo vasanyatwe na mai Auxilla Mnangagwa and they were planning to remove President Emerson Mnangagwa. Tingazoti nyaya chokwadi here kana kuti but the Zimbabwean mail yakabuda ichitaura pamusoro penyaya iyoyi chinzi there was a plot against ED yanga ichirongwa. So zviri kunzi the move yakubvisa vasanyatwe yanga iri yeku neutralizer simba ravachiwenga from the military Mure Zimbabwe. Mutsvangwa wakabuda achitaura achiti President Emerson Mnangagwa vane full grip the security apparatus. Funga the Zimbabwean mail yakabuda ichitaura pamusoro penhau iyoyi wakabuda vachiti ZANU-PF Secretary for Information and Publicity Christopher Mutsvangwa has defended President Emerson Mnangagwa's recent military reshuffle, linking it to a national security concern ahead of the 31 March anti-government protest. Speaking at a ZANU-PF press conference in Harare on Tuesday, Mutsvangwa dismissed speculation surrounding the changes in military leadership, reaffirming Mnangagwa's hold on power. Mutsvangwa emphasized that President Mnangagwa remains firmly in control of the country despite opposition efforts to challenge his leadership. President Mnangagwa has taken steps to address the challenges faced by minorities in Zimbabwe, including the marginalization of war veterans, he stated. The press conference followed the March 31 protests, which saw demonstrators take to the streets to voice their discontent with the government. According to Mutsvangwa, the demonstrations were ill-fated and lacked genuine public support. On March 31, 2025, a person was seen in a military uniform attempting to present themselves as a savior, but this was nothing more than a farce. Zimbabweans are not interested in such events, he said. Mutsvangwa also highlighted ongoing economic developments, including the expansion of the country's lithium industry. New lithium plants and towns are being established, creating opportunities for job growth and instilling hope in the youth. The diaspora also see promise in President Mnangagwa's efforts. He is making significant contributions to the development of Zimbabwe, he added. Turning his attention to war veterans who have recently opposed Mnangagwa, Mutsvangwa took a swipe at their leader, Blessed Geza. People want confidence in a leader before they follow him. Yet Geza expected people to follow him. Maybe it is those behind him who gave him courage. You cannot just wake up thinking you can change a government in Africa. Things and systems have changed, he remarked. Concluding his address, Mutsvangwa insisted that Mnangagwa remains the legitimate leader of Zimbabwe. President Mnangagwa will continue to govern and rule Zimbabwe. Anarchy has been defeated and shamed. His Excellency President Mnangagwa remains in power and power is with him, he said. Meanwhile, 98 individuals appeared in court on Tuesday facing charges of participating in a gathering with the intent to promote public violence. Of these, 95 were brought before Provincial Magistrate Ishane Sumatova, while the remaining 3 appeared before Magistrate Ruth Moyo. The accused arrested during the protests near Freedom Square and Copacabana bus terminus were remanded in custody until April 10 for a bail ruling. Prosecutors alleged that a group sought to march to the State House in an attempt to remove Mnangagwa from power. The accused were making their vows of removing the president, saying enough is enough. Mnangagwa must go. ED must go. Nezvigananda zvake. Madzibaba veshanduku, uyai mutitungamire. Comrade Geza, uyai mutitungamire, read the prosecution's statement. The National Prosecuting Authority stated that police officers deployed to maintain order observed around 200 people gathering at Freedom Square. When law enforcement approached, some protesters allegedly threw stones, bricks, and tires along Robert Mugabe Road while chanting anti-government slogans. The prosecution also claims that some participants recorded videos of demonstration and circulated them on social media. According to the NPA, 94 of the accused were arrested at the protest site, while one individual was apprehended at his residence based on images and videos that had been shared online. The protests followed growing discontent among some more veterans who previously supported Mnangagwa, but have since turned against him. Led by Blessed Geza, the group has accused the president of attempting to extend his rule beyond the constitutional limit. In January, ZANU-PF officials proposed a controversial 2-year term extension to Mnangagwa's term, which is currently set to end in 2028. Aged 82, Mnangagwa first assumed power in 2017, following a military coup that ousted his predecessor, Robert Mugabe. His leadership now faces resistance from former allies who argue that his administration is failing to address corruption and economic decline. A heavy police presence in Harare and other cities on Monday successfully carried calls for large-scale demonstrators. Authorities continue to crack down on opposition elements, reaffirming the ruling party's grip on power despite rising political tensions. Ndomabuditsirwa itwa nyaya iyi nezimbabwean mail muri Zimbabwe tinaziva kuti munoiona sei nyaya iyi tiudziwo zvamuri kufunga mucomment section.